Starting on a 4-foot hill. Then they're going to settle down a very short distance and go into the car jump. That'll be the finish line, the final car.
And here's where they're going to match up tonight. Bob Brain and Wild here taking on David Morris and the Equalizer. Then we've got the Barbarian and Jim Miller taking on Awesome Kong and Steve Dane.
Well, Dane is on a roll. He took a win here recently. He was crying the blues. It didn't work out that way. He took first place money.
Then we'll see Gravedigger Dennis Anderson taking on the new Clydesdale machine of Bennett Clark.
Everybody is waiting to find out when Anderson is going to find the handle.
Gary Wiggins, Mopar Magic from North Carolina against Dave Wysorick and Nightlife from Nebraska.
Wysorick quickly becoming one of the most popular drivers on the tour.
And the defending Renegades TNT National Champion, Rowdy Rod Litzow, USA 1, the Chevrolet against Chandler Lloyd overtime. Chandler out of Bluffton, South Carolina. We're going to kick it all off, though, with the kid that has been very impressive of late, David Morris out of Springfield, Tennessee. It's the Equalizer Chevrolet, and he is taking on, well, what can you say? This guy's a character. Bob Breen out of Jefferson City, Missouri, the Wild Hair Chevrolet.
Breen, a longtime motorcycle racer, switched over to monster trucks, but who does he draw in the first round? A kid out of Springfield, Tennessee, who's teamed up with Gary Cook, one of the most successful pullers in the pulling sport. They built a truck. Cook chose this young man to be his driver, and you're going to see why. The kid is an up-and-comer, Richard. Watch him in the red Chevrolet, mid-mounted engine look. Everything works perfect.
David Morris with a win in the Equalizer Chevrolet. The 22-year-old is on his very first year on this Renegade TNT Monster Truck circuit, and he gets a big win here in Tallahassee. He is going to be jumping up and down for joy. The crowd enjoyed that race. There you see David. He's a happy volunteer.
Richard, David Morris is trying to make a name for himself. You seem to be getting... Every time you drive that truck, you're getting smoother. Is it because you're getting used to the truck or what?
Yes, sir. Every time I make a run in it, it helps me get more comfortable with the truck. I'm running tonight with a busted airbag on the front of my truck, and it's causing me a little trouble on my landing and things like that, but I think maybe I can make out with it okay.
We'll let you get back. We'll see you in the next round. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Arnold.
Well, okay, you can really tell the excitement in David's voice when he does that interview. He is one excited and happy driver. Coming out next is the guy we have nicknamed the Flying Texan, Steve Dane, Awesome Kong, facing Jim Miller, Nokomis, Illinois' Barbarian.
Miller will be representing the Ford camp in the orange Ford. He's drawn a tough young man right here. Awesome Kong, what can you say about Steve Dane? I don't know what to tell you about this guy, other than he'll get you every time if you let him. Oh, a little bit of blue smoke, Richard. That could be some problems.
No, don't believe it. How many times on the circuit have we heard Steve Dane say, I've got problems, and he comes away with a win? Steve Dane has done it again. The Flying Texan, as you see Gravedigger getting ready to come out. Here's Army.
Well, Richard, the last time he ran, Steve Dane was crying the blues all night long, but wound up taking a win. But, Steve, on that run, when you got in the air, a whole lot of blue smoke came out of the engine. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, it's a tired motor. We're running with a tight budget. We're doing everything we can. We run our motors and that stuff until they blow up. That's all we can do. We got extra parts, and we can't repair them all the time we want to, but I think I got enough motor left to give some people a good run tonight.
So you still feel like you're competitive tonight?
Yeah, during the qualifying, I didn't even attempt to do anything except warm up the motor. I got transmission that gets real hot on me. It's not the one we normally run, so I'm going to gradually run just fast enough to beat the person I'm running, and hopefully I'll have enough oomph at the end of the night to give her.
Well, remember, this is the same man last night that was crying the blues, kind of like a card game. He may have a little bit more, and he wants to show us. Back to you, Richard.
I'll tell you something, Army. Steve Dane looks serious, though. He does not look to be as happy, effervescent self there in that interview.
I'll tell you,
he might have something on his mind.
Richard, the smoke that was coming out of it is called death smoke, and I believe he might be having some problems with that truck for real tonight. Speaking for real, everybody is wondering, when will a Gravedigger come out and be for real? He draws Bennett Clark in this round. This could be the start of something big.
All right, Dennis Anderson out of Virginia. That is, by the way, the co-owner of the Clydesdale machine, Denise Robinson. She is watching and videotaping this race. Clydesdale, the brand new Chevrolet up against Gravedigger's 1950 Chevrolet body.
Well, Anderson comes out like a shot, Richard. Whoa, he gets a little bit out of shape at the finish line. Clydesdale clears him, however.
Could that be problems for the Gravedigger machine? We're going to have to wait and find out as he turned violently to the right. But Dennis Anderson did get the win.
All year long, everybody's been wondering when Dennis Anderson's going to get it dialed in. It looks like you've arrived, but Dennis, what caused the truck to turn so violently at the end?
I don't know. I think I came down on one wheel. My steering is over-responsive, really, and just a touch of the wheel will, jerk the wheel around. I was in the brakes at the same time because this is a kind of a short and hairy track to be running a powerful truck like that. I need to get the feel of it in a long course outdoors somewhere, I feel like.
It's been a long, dry year for you. This is your first win. How do you feel right now? Are you believing in monster truck racing again? I know you're down this afternoon.
Yeah, I think we're going to work it all out. We'll be there.
Good luck to you.
All right, thank you.
He'll not only be there, he is there. We're going to be right back with more racing on the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge and Powertrax. Continuing on this Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge circuit, and Army coming out next ought to be a dandy of the race. We've got Dave Wysork, the guy that always drives with his head out the window, and the Nightlife Chevrolet out of Nebraska. And he is going to be taking on Gary Wiggins' Mopar Magic, which is a Dodge, and you don't see very many Chrysler products out here.
No, you know, if you're a motorsport fan in America, if you like the Chrysler products, there's very few places you can go. The Renegade Monster Truck Tour is one of them, and believe me, the Chrysler fans are here pulling as the Mopar Magic is going to be paired up with the Nightlife Chevrolet. Now, keep an eye on the driver. You mentioned a moment ago about Wysork's driving style. He actually leans out the window. He says he likes to watch that left front wheel, and he gets a better feel for the truck, Richard.
Let's hope he never gets bounced out that window, because this is a rough track they're going over. Of course, they've got their safety harnesses and other safety equipment, and Dave Wysork has got another win, Army.
Super shot working the left lane. Wysork loves these indoor tracks.
But Gary Wiggins and Mopar Magic had a nice run. It is possible he'll come back in later competition, as we are moving on now to take a glimpse at the defending Renegades TNT National Champion. It's Rowdy Rod Litzow, Spring Lake Park, Minnesota, Everett Jasper's USA 1 Chevrolet.
You know, Richard, you're around motorsports. There's certain things that happen to generate electricity. This is one of them. When that beautiful red, white, and blue USA 1 Chevrolet comes in the building, there's almost an awe that goes out over the building. But who does he draw in this round? Probably one of the strongest running GMCs in the country. Chandler Lloyd's going to take a shot at the USA 1. Lloyd will be working the right lane, and USA 1's working the left. Lloyd wants to beat that white truck. He's going to give it his best shot. They leave the starting line. Richard side by side. Chevrolet out a little bit.
Easy win.
Oh, some kind of problem with the front end.
I was about to say an easy win for Rod Litzow in the USA 1, but an easy win maybe because Chandler Lloyd has got some big-time problems, Army.
Well, I tell you, Richard, I believe the transmission, that's exactly what it is. You can see the automatic fluid coming out. A tough break for Lloyd in the overtime GMC.
So Chandler Lloyd will pack it up and head back to Bluffton, South Carolina. We're going to move on into the quarterfinals next. And Army, there ought to be some interesting matchups there.
Well, Richard, we just finished the first round of competition. A couple of interesting things are going on. Number one, the guy out of Texas, still crying the blues, said, I'm just running the truck as hard as I can. USA 1, they've got a tremendous heating problem. They didn't even come over for the interview for the ESPN cameras. They had to get outside and cool the engine down. The big story, maybe tonight will be the night that the Gravedigger, Dennis Anderson, has arrived. This could be it. We're going to watch him in the next round. Back up to you.